the hate army troll.
It's the hate army,
bro. Hate army.
Shout out to hate.
Good vibes to the
Shout
hate
out to
army.
hate.
Shout out to hate.
Shout out
Shout
for
out to
hate.
hate.
Shout out to hate.
Shout out for
Shout
hate.
out for hate.
What about Starfield? Well, we actually talked about this last week, and to be honest with everyone, I think Starfield has to be the game that at this point, unless we absolutely have a free stream or two in the middle of nowhere with nothing to do, I think Starfield's the game that has to go on hold. And you might say, well, why is that? Well, because honestly, it's the game that's held the least interest. Most people have seemed to turn against the game. Now that we're like 37, 38 hours in, people are like, wow, it really didn't innovate at all. All the things that Starfield claimed it would add that are new or different from other Bethesda games don't really exist or are just fluff. The space combat, almost non-existent, and when it exists, it sucks. The shipbuilding, incredibly tedious, completely superfluous, doesn't need to be in the game. Planet exploration, I did it once, the game fucking crashed during it. I literally never did it again, and it's affected nothing. Outpost building, exactly the same. My wife beat this game. She put over 80 hours into it. She literally never beat or built one outpost. She doesn't even know what it's for. She's like, I don't even know why I did that. She's like, I always had all the elements I needed to do any kind of, building, research. I never needed an outpost in the whole game. Why would I need it? Same thing with the research trees. Seems like all the research in the game is just, again, superfluous. It's extra to say it's there for content, but it's not needed content. It's just fluff. So what does that leave? Faction quest lines, the main quest line, and the companion quest lines. They're all good. Admittedly, I've done 2 faction quest lines, a companion quest line, and I've got like maybe a third into the plot. I think it's decent, but it's exactly what you expect. There's nothing different about it. And now that we're jumping into all these new releases, people want to see me finish what I'm working on, play the new games. They're not too interested in Starfield anymore. I don't blame them. I think it's a fine game as a chill stream game, meaning to break up the seriousness and the challenge of really tough new releases. And you want a relaxing stream where we kind of sit back and have conversation. That's what I think Starfield is for. And so if I treat it like that, and every once in a while I decide to squeeze it in, then I think it would be fine. But I'm not foreseeing me playing Starfield as a major stream during these weeks moving forward. If anything, that's the game that's kind of going to be skipped unless there's time for it. All right? Everything else I think takes more priority. I'd rather play Street Fighter. I'd rather play these other new games. Really. But if we have time to squeeze it in, or one random night this week, want to do some Starfield and relax together, let's do it. Let's do one random stream, right? So let's see how things go, how time permits, and we can go from there. But I'm not stressing about Starfield at this point. In fact, I don't think I'm even missing anything by not playing it right now, you know? What's funny is, as you guys know, I have absolutely no desire to go back to Cyberpunk 2077. I know that the Phantom Liberty expansion just released a week or two ago. I just don't care. I didn't even like the base game when it came out many years ago. But there's some people who've been playing Starfield, and then when the Phantom Liberty expansion came out, they went back to Cyberpunk. And I'm seeing this movement on social media now, and essentially here's the movement. Wow, I was playing Starfield, and then I went back to Cyberpunk for the first time in years. They improved the game, they fixed the technical issues, and now that the game actually works, it actually is better than Starfield. The story, especially the story elements, are just better than what Starfield is presenting as a product. So a lot of people were playing Starfield and said, well, now I started playing Phantom Liberty, fuck Starfield. I don't want to go back to it. It's just the inferior choice. If I want to play this style of game, I'll play Cyberpunk. Now, I'm not going to say either way if that what I would say, because I don't like Cyberpunk. I just didn't like it, okay? That would be like, if you know you don't like something, but then you force yourself to go back to it, you know what's going to happen. I don't want to unfairly crap on a game that I already know I'm not enjoying just for the sake of going back and doing it again. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to do that. I think that would actually be unfair, you know? But I respect people who that's their opinion, and I can kind of get it. If you feel that Cyberpunk, now that it's fixed and dramatically improved from the original, is what Starfield should have been, then more power to you. And by the way, Cyberpunk runs at 60 fucking frames per second on every fucking platform. Anyway.
Tipping me helps me more than anything.